weed, baby. So I don't do weed. I do edibles. I know I'm putting that out on YouTube, but you know what? It's my channel. I can do whatever the hell I want. I can do whatever the hell I want. So there's a lot of people trying to legalize weed in this country, and I think we need to. It's time to legalize weed, legalize all drugs, decriminalize them, tax and regulate them, and then guess what? You put the cartel out of business. You end the drug war. Boom. But we have a warmonger / prison lover and architect in the office. And, we have a person, vice president, who loves jail to put her fellow black and brown people in. Not for her. She's too powerful. Kamala Harris, who we just talked about yesterday. So a new, I've talked about how Oregon decriminalized all drugs and all of that. A new effort is underway, I think in Rhode Island, where legal weed's going to be on the ticket, I guess, or whatever. And so there's a group, I don't remember what they were. I think they were called Yes We Cannabis. Yes We Cannabis. Yes we can. Get that? What they're trying to do is make it so that when weed is legalized and hopefully decriminalized, and then we expunge the records of people who were convicted for nonviolent drug offenses. I forgot to say that. Nonviolent drug offenses. They want all kinds of the licenses and all of that to be 50% worker co-opt. So that's really ambitious, because before you would get like, hey, this percentage should be worker co-op, this percentage should be big weed, this percentage should be this. These people are going like, no, 50%, boy. Like, that's it. And that's a good thing, because, we don't want, look, we got Big Pharma, we got the alcohol industry here in Nevada. They're in charge of marijuana. Why is the alcohol industry in charge of marijuana? Come on. They're not marijuana. So, and it costs so much money to get a license, $350,000, and they nitpick who gets a license. So, there you go. So, they're trying to avoid the whole big business type, to avoid monopolies, to avoid antitrust violations, to avoid regulations, all of that, violations. And they want to give it to people where it's going to go to people who need it most. So, like, at least 50% of that, or most of it, should go. The first people in line would be people of color. Now, in New York, they did it, where you'd get community grants to people to communities of color, and they would get to own a lot of those businesses. And look, I think this is a perfect way to do it, because look, we need people to have ways of growing their own income passively or actively or whatever they're doing, right? But it's also, look, during COVID, people were doing that kind of thing to make money. And weed is one of the biggest selling points of all. And if we can get that done, that would be great. And without limitation, because there have been, times when weed was going to be legalized. I'm forgetting what state. What state was it? I don't remember. But it was where you would have like weed legalized, but then like it would be controlled by a certain market, and all the big oligarchs would get to control it, and you can only be limited in what you can do with it. And they were like, no, we don't want to do that. Hell no. F that. So I think if we can grow the local economy, if we can fill people's pockets, if we can give people a better checkbook, and if we can get people off the streets, and we can get, weed legalized, taxed, and regulated, and decriminalized, I am all for it. And especially if the workers get to benefit from it.